All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, right from anywhere you're watching this video from. Okay, right now, I just want to head straight to my chart to backtest this moment, right? Just want to backtest because weekend is mainly for backtesting. So let me just let me head straight to sharing my screen, right? Let me head straight to sharing my screen. So this, just go to your Chrome browser. I'll just set up a new account. It's just like me trying to set up a new account, right? So we can see how it's going and backtest from there. We choose any pair and backtest from there also. So just on your Google Chrome, you can just type Go chatting, right? Go chatting, chatting.com. Press enter, right? So wait for it to load. As it's loading, we wait. Let me drag this. Okay, right here you can see this is the interface of the Go Chatting. This is their website. So let's say that we want to sign up. Let's say we want to sign up to this account. I already have accounts here, but let's say I just want to sign up to show the procedure of how it's working. So I'll just say let's get started. So what I'll do right here is just to add a name. Just add Kilichiko. Just write Kilichiko. Okay. Okay. Right. Second name will be more. So I'm going to remove this to add my second email. Just add any email of your choice. Just add any email of your choice. You have your email. Just .com. So create the password. So we are going to create a password right now. Create a strong password that you can remember also, right? Just create any password you can remember easily. Just confirm your password. Still confirm the password. Click on confirm. Continue. Now is this not showing? Oh, maybe the password is not yet complete. That's why. So I'll just click continue. Let's see how it's going. So they will send the code to me. So I'll confirm a code. Then input it right there. Let me go straight to my confirm the code. So right now I've seen the code. So I'll input the code 706. Where is it? 706 288, right? So click on continue. So we get started. Use never. Can still click save. Okay. So this is the interface of how the Google chat looks like the Google chatting. Sorry, this is the Google chatting. So right over on this search symbol, the favorite pair I trade, no favorite paper. The most pair I trade is BTC USDT. So I can actually just search over here BTC USD, right? So and the broker I always use is Oanda. So I'll just push either Oanda or Binance. I'll just look for Binance or Oanda. Can still use anyone, but these are the ones I mostly use. This Binance. So let me use Binance. So you can see how the interface looks like, how you can backtest. It's loading. It's loading. Okay, you can see that this is the interface, right? And why I even choose BTC is because BTC is a pair that runs 247, right? That's why I say let me use this one as example. So I just need this to be showing the timer. To be showing the timer. This 30 minutes time frame. You can see that this is a 30 minutes. You can see this pointer. You can see how it's this good pointer, right? This is a 30 minutes time frame. So you can just get straight to make it. Let's get started from the 4 hours because we are already that. So you start from the higher time frames. Know that this 4 hours is the 1 week, but because of this good chatting and because I just want to make this video very brief and very clear, right? Let's start from the 4 hours time frame. I just want to make this. To be seeing the time because it's supposed to be seeing the time. It's supposed to be showing the time right here. I'm going to remove this. Remove height. I've removed it. This particular one. Trying to look for something like what I'm trying to look for here is just to see the time. Okay, yes, I've seen what I'm looking for. It's just to see the bar counts down. Yes, you can see this time right here. This is what I'm looking for right here. You can see that it's just remaining 2 hours for this particular candle to close at these 4 hours, right? This thing is whenever you get to any time frame, it's very nice for you to just know. If you want to know, just click over at that point. You can see how it came out. If you remove this bar countdown, it go off. You can't see it again. Or you just click over there, you can just tap on it, right? This bar counts down. So that's it. So if you want to start from here, let's say you want to start from this higher time frame. BTC has gotten 200 and cherry back. Wow. Okay, now let me minimize this. Can minimize this, right? To show very clearly. Right now, you can see how it's creating higher highs and higher lows, right? Right from the higher time frame. If this is a top-down analysis that you get from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame, that's why it's called the top-down analysis. What are you going to do, right? Say head over to the chart. This is it. So you just get over here. This is the line. Define the most recent low right here. So what was the most recent low right here that so the most recent low right here, we look place this as the most recent low, no? Because this is more like the highest point which this has gotten to, right? This is the resistance zone. So the most recent low right here is this candle, this red candle in between. This is a one candle from retracement. So I observe this candle so very well. So this is the most recent low. That's the most recent low. So that's the low that we are going to place right here. So what are we going to do? Identify it. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake. There is something I'm supposed to do when I entered here because this is the current chart and we want to backtest. I've forgotten that I want to backtest. So what are we going to do? You see this replay button. This replay button, you just click right there. At the replay button, this red line, this red line, this red vertical line that you can see, double click to select the candle to start to replay button. So right here now is the 20th of May. So let me say that I want to minimize this now to see how it's okay. Let me just make it more broader. You can see. Okay, right now, remember you first click on this replay button at the top right here. You can see this. I've already clicked it already. So this is the line. This is the vertical line you can see right here. So you can just play around the interface. What you do right here, you just double tap it. Double tap. Anyway, you want to start backtesting from, just double tap. It will wipe it off, right? So I've wiped that part off. You can see I've wiped it off. Well, this is a 4 hours time frame. That's why I'm saying that most this out, right? As we cut it out, here is the 2 hours time frame that we head over to. And we've already known that we've already used our trend line to identify that market is still on a bullish trend. That's the series of higher highs and higher lows, right? Market is still on a bullish trend. If you can just look closely. So this is a trend line. So what are we going to look out for here again? What are we are going to look out for the most recent low. The most recent low at which market we get to react. So that's what we are going to anticipate because we are not predicting the market. We only anticipate to see and react based on whatever the market is giving us. Nobody is here to predict and tell you this is the particular point is going to get to know. What we do right here is to analyze and anticipate where the market is likely to get to, right? So where is the most recent low that this price is going to get to on BTC USD? Okay, this is the most recent low on the 2 hours, right? You just place it, just make sure you just write, maybe write 2 hours, 2 hours just for you to identify it, right? So it will just be there. If you still want to, let's see if we can make it to be in the middle. It's not nice as it's like that. Make it to be in the center, top, no, make it to be in the middle. Nice. You can see how it is. At this text alignment, just click on center. The line or the 2 hours I wrote will be in the center. And you click here on the middle. Instead of it to be on the top, you just click on middle. So it will be more better. You can see right now. You know before that it was, if you look closely that before it was on the top. So it's not looking nice like that. You can still play around with the chain. You can just maybe at this point right now, you just maybe minimize it. You can just minimize this to 10 or let's make it 8. Just be tiny, right? Okay, you can see it's very tiny right now. You can see that it's just tiny. So it's nice. It's looking good. What are we going to do right now? We've already spot out the low, the most recent low. The next thing we're going to spot out is the most recent high. So we're going to clone this. Let me clone this. Clone. It's the most recent high. The most recent high at which price is it's likely to get to react either to go to the downside and continue to the upside because this is an uptrend. This is a very strong uptrend. It's a very bullish market on BTC. So we are done with the 2 hours time frame. We're going to head over to the 1 hour. We're going to head over to the 1 hour time frame. This is the 1 hour. Okay. Really let this let what we are doing not scatter. That's just my own. Okay, stay there. Okay, stay there. Stay there. Okay. So what next are we going to do? On every time frame, you just go over to that time frame to spot out. What are you spotting? And I'm a price action trader that I also identify candlesticks. Candlesticks play a very vital role on the market, right? So you can see how this market is playing around. You can see that at this point, the price get to test at this point. Test with a very strong candle, and you can see what it did here. After printing out, it melted in with a little wick, drop down a bearish candle, another one just like that, just playing around. You can see, just playing around. So all this thing is doing does not mean that price is just trying to play around to maybe come and test the most recent low and continue to the upside. Maybe do something like this. Is this thing play around and just continue to the upside? Where is this one? Well, let me just leave it just for this thing to be more fast and okay. What are we going to? Okay, you can see. Let me remove this. I don't even know what I clicked right there. Okay, now right here on the 1 hour time frame, we just spot out the most recent high. So you can see that there is no much. The 1 hour is not showing us a very clear thing. So we are going to head straight to the 30 minutes. There is no. I can't see any high here because all the candles I'm seeing here are just equal. So there is no most recent high and is the low that we can actually create. But let's just leave it and head over to the 30 minutes, right? You can 30 minutes can be more clearer to the 1 hour. Let's just put it that this 1 hour is not too clear to us. But sometimes if you get to those time frame, if it's not clear to you, just leave it, right? That's why sometimes we do four streets. If you enter any time frame or you get to enter your chart and nothing is clear to you, the best thing is just to close your PC close your phone and just go and rest. Because there is countless opportunities in the market. Anything can happen at any time. There is unlimited opportunities. So what are we going to do right here? So the 30 minutes is showing us a very clear thing. So we are going to still bring out our line rule, spot out the most recent high and the most recent low. So at this point now, the most recent low at this point now is this zone. This is the most recent zone. This is the most recent low. You can see this is the most recent low at this 30 minutes. This is a point at which we are anticipating that price can get to and react. It can react. It will react either reacting to the upside, just coming to test, going back to the upside, right? You can see. So, and you can see that this candle is just trying to melt in. You can see, okay, pricing. You spot out, you identify your most recent high also. So this is a 30 minutes. You clone this candle. Clone. So I want to make this so very brief that anyone can understand it very clearly. So this is the most recent high at this one. So you can see as price tested over there and is getting to the downside. You can see this is the most recent. This is the resistance zone at this point on the 30 minutes. Identify your zones and mark it out so you won't forget. So once price is getting there, you already know that okay, it wants to test the 1 hour time frame, it wants to test 30 minutes time frame. So what are we going to do right now? We've already spot and see okay, this is what the market is doing. Oh no, let's listen just okay. So let's know if this thing can push out to the 15 minutes. Let's just be backtesting from the 15 minutes, right? You can see, what the market is doing right here. I see that. I see that. So okay, let's get to the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, and this is our last bus stop because maybe if we get to the 5 minutes, everything will just scatter. All this thing we are doing right here will just off. Because this is a good chat. This good chat thing, I don't even it misbehave most times. So maybe I'll search the current sites and know if that one I will just come and do another video about it. So right on this point, you can see it's still showing us that bullish, still giving us that bullish momentum. Still showing, you can see, if you use your trend line, you can see what it's showing us. You can see how it's going. You can see it. So, but this one is not that relevant again because we are trying to spoil our chart. So let's leave it that way. So what are we going to do right now? We've already spot and see, okay, this is the most recent. So this point is the zone that this market has got into. And price, there is strong possibilities that market is going to continue to the upside from here. So I will just kindly use my rectangle rule and mark this out. So I mark it out. You can see that's how price is testing right there, and it's melting in with the wick. So what are we going to do? We are just going to on our replay button and see what the market is doing a bit before we can now consider where we are going to enter either enter because we are anticipating a buy at this point. So we are going to spot opportunity to buy, right? So let's play it. You can see what it's doing. Okay. You can see how this price, you can see what happened right now. This candle closed with because I told you that this thing is just playing around. Candles are just playing around. It's just trying to come and test a most recent low and start and we spot out this. I can see how price closed with this candle is what we call a doji candle. So the doji candlestick, once you spot it at the higher time frames mostly, just it has a very good potential for reversal, either to the upside or to the downside. Just head over to read your candlestick Bible and get clear on how those candles work out right there. So you can see how this candle printed out here. I can see a candle it prints, and you can see a very strong momentum candle. So let's just keep playing. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, right. See the candle it print. This one closed out like it didn't respect the 30 minutes. You can see it didn't respect the 30 minutes. Just took it out because this is a very strong zone. This is a very strong. It took it out because this buy is very strong. So and you can see that there is a very strong 2 hours right here, and it's trying to react over here. But let's just see. You can see these 2 hours. These 2 hours that I marked out right then. You can see these 2 hours this 2 hours time frame. You can see. And let's see what's really happened right there. Let's see. So because at this point I'm not seeing any opportunity even to enter again. But let's just play just for you to see how this go chatting it's working. So you can see over there. And this times sometimes these news that cause this, or maybe during the weekends, if you see the candle that's you can see okay, this very early by 14th of April this year by 4 p.m. So this particular candle dropped so hugely. And you can see what's happened right there. You can see that's what I always say that always respect the higher time frame. The higher time frame is a zone that you we respect much. Like I respect it a lot. See 4 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. I respect these time frames a lot. So whenever you're doing your top down analysis, very if you even though you don't identify your lower time frames, make sure you identify the higher time frames because these higher time frames are point that if market gets to it's reacting strongly over there. See how candle gets here on these 2 hours and it's reacting strongly. You can see the candle is printing out and it's likely to come and test this 30 minutes now and maybe print out anything to continue to the upside or continue to the downside. Let's see how it's playing. Okay. It has already printed out the same candle, that logic candle also. See what it's doing again. See what it's doing again. And see how this candle is doing. Let me make this so it will be going slowly. I don't like it as how it's going. So okay, okay. You can see what happened right here. This is a very strong doji candle again. So what are we going to do right here? Because this candle has already done something right here, and I'm anticipating something. What am I anticipating? I'm anticipating that at least price will come test here. Let me bring out this drawing tool so I even waste our time. I just want to make this video very brief, snappy. If this wants to wait our time, let's just leave it. So what I wanted to do right here, I will just use my what's it called again? This rectangle rule. You can see, okay, I'm just anticipating that. Let me just use this arrow tool, please. Let me use permit me to use this arrow tool. So I'm anticipating that price can at least get here again. Once it gets here, Once it gets here again, what I'm anticipating is for it to come test at this zone. Once it tests at this zone, I'm anticipating for it to continue to the upside, at least to get to this. This is the most recent high right now at the moment. So this is what I'm anticipating in the market, right? This is what I'm anticipating. So let's just, what I will do right now is just to place my two, my buy to, it's just like me. It's okay now, setting a sell limit and buy limit. Okay, this is Fibonacci. Not position. This is what I'm okay. Okay, this long position, I'll just come here, right here, and place this here. So I'm anticipating the price should you saw what I did then. So I'm anticipating the price should at least get let's minimize this. Our stop loss should be a bit below. Our stop loss should be below this. And our stop loss should be below this. So at least let's see if we can be safe. And any trade that didn't give us up to 1:2 is not valid. So this this market, I can't just enter this kind of market because it's not even up to 1:2 risk to reward. Look at here. Look at this risk to return. This one is okay. You can see 1.95. So it's not good for us. So I'll just delete it. Why am I deleting it? Any trade you are trying to spot or enter that does not give you up to 1:2, 1:3 is not a very good setup because you can't just be risking one to be getting one. You'll be risking one to be getting two. So I'll just delete this. But I'm anticipating that at least price should come. What I'm anticipating now is that let me see this here. It's not just first time. Let me use this same arrow through. Okay, I'm just anticipating that price should at least come test here and continue to the upside. Yes, continue to the upside because that's still my anticipation. I'm still anticipating that in the market. Continue to the upside, at least come back here. This market will come back here and continue to the upside. So let me just delete this. Let me delete this. So you see what will happen next. Let's see what is going to happen. Let me delete this. Seems the video is now becoming long. Okay, let me just see. You can see that I said, you can see as I said it, you can see our markets, I'm anticipating that price should at least come test at this zone. You can see that he tested, it's just that I deleted that. You can see as market has already tested here. So that's our analysis is showing that market should at least come test here. So I already placed that two right there, but I deleted it. You can see that market has tested. So as it's going coming now, it's going to the upside. Just anticipating that it's going to the upside and it's going to at least test these 2 hours again before it reacts. It can still test these 30 minutes and react before getting to these 2 hours, but price is continuing to the upside right now. So let's just let me delete these arrows so it's playing. The analysis is going. Can just you can see how it's going. You can see how it's going. So let's just play it again. Can see what's happening. So at this point, remember price respect also trend line. You can see as it get to this trend line of 30 minutes, almost to that 30 minutes, but it's respecting this trend line right now. It's respecting this trend line. So the zone that is coming to test again before it continue to the upside again, which zone? So this one kind forming a retracement also. Remember, I said that this kind is a very strong zone. So that anytime you spot it in the market, respect it. Like this is where you can place your high or low. So we can just this is the most recent low. So what we are going to place here now is our low. This low. Let me use my line too. So the most recent low that this price is coming to test right now is this one. I'm expecting that it's coming to that. If this buy is a very strong buy, it's coming right here to test. Right. Let me just place this. Let's write it. What I'm going to do is the 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes time frame. So let's just what am I going to do right now? I'm just going to where is that drawing to long position. Remember, I wanted to catch this sell, this buy from here, and I didn't. My this thing wasn't that cool because I'm trying to play safe in the market. So this rule now, just place this buy right here. If I place it here, risking 31 pips. Okay, now it's 1:2. It's almost 1:2. Okay, now let's see if it's going to hit us out. So what I'm anticipating right here to happen is I'm anticipating that price should come. This particular candle should come test here, going to the upside. Come test here, then going to the upside, going to the upside. Let's just see. I'll delete this right now. Let's just see how it's playing because we are not predicting the markets, we are anticipating. So anything it play out, that's what we are going to. So at this point, I might just set my buy limit, that buy limit, and see. Let's just play. It can actually still hit our stop loss, but let's just see what's going to happen. You can see it has already tested it. You can see what happened, what's happening. You can see was just playing around, just keep playing around. You can see what the market just did. You can see, can see how it's going. You can see how it's going. You can see already the TP. Are you seeing? Already the TP. But see what happened. You can see that this is where our stop loss is. That if it's a trade that if they imagine I'm just risking 29 pips here. Imagine if that I risk, let me say like 30 something pips that I'm still safe on this trade. If I had risked like 30, 37 pips on this trade, just see what the market's played out. Just see how it's played now. You can hope you can just understand what I'm saying. So just see, but I just reached 29 pips and it almost at that point I didn't even identify that there was a zone right here. So that's the mistake sometimes we do. You can see as how market was doing right here, and you can see that it just according to our analysis, you can see that uptrend that I'm spitting and you can see it almost smashed our TP, but see that mistake I did. Hope you can try understand it. That the thing almost gets to our TP, if not it has even hitting us out. But at least this trade played out as we anticipated. At least it played out as we anticipated. You can see it played out as we anticipated. So you can actually just draw this. and cover it, right? You can see how this thing might take time. It might just for you now, you might be panicking. This thing will hit me out, this thing will hit me out. That's why sometimes it's very good to play safe with that stop loss. It's just for you to know the particular risk you're issuing on that trade. It does not matter if it's 40 pips you are risking, if it's 25 pips you are risking, if it's 30 pips. Just no matter any types of pip you are having as your stop loss rule, just know the particular thing you are risking. Are you risking 0.5 or are you risking 1% on that account? Right? So just know the particular thing you are risking and stick to it. You can see what the market is just went as we anticipated here. Remember, I'm supposed to have catch this from here. If I catch this from here, I'll be more safer on the market because I anticipated that at least that price should, as I explained earlier, I'm waiting that price should come test at this zone. Once it tests at this zone, that it should just come play around. You can see, it's just it did as you saw as it happened, come here and it continued to the upside. Only just because my stop loss was not aligning with what I want. So I have to. So the next opportunity I try spotting is this one. I can see that it actually came here and even did more than, let's see how many pips it did after even trying to, because it tests. You can see this particular candle. You can see this particular candle. Let me this has to. You can see this particular candlestick is the candle that triggered me in. If that upsets my sell limit, my buy limit, sorry, this is the particular candle and it was on profit, only trying to. That's why sometimes it's very good. Like once you analyze and play, just place your stop loss and see if anything that will happen will still happen. If it's still going to hit you out, if you are even watching it and looking at it, if it's going to hit you out, it's definitely hit you out. If it's going to go your favor, it's go your favor. But sometimes it's very good for us to come track our this thing and know how it's going. Yes, but it's most preferable to remove that mind. Just know your particular risk. Once you know your risk, you will not be attacked from that trade. That's the main thing. That's what our mentor have always told us, and that's what I'm trying to build myself and to grow with it also. So you can see how it played out. So our analysis played out as we anticipated. But you can see that I was risking very low. If I have risked up to this, I'm still safe on this market. But I was risking up to like 29, which I hit exactly that point. So stay at least what we anticipated played out in the market, what we looked at for played out. That's why I'm glad about that. So at least you have a view of how this school chatting is. At least today it didn't misbehave. I'm just glad about that. Maybe the side they have worked on it. I'm just glad about that. And just minimize. If you get up to this point in this video, that means you are all willing to learn. So smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more documentaries, for more beginner's guide and tradings and how it's going, and my documentaries on how my trade goes. That's it. That's it. Okay. Can still be playing it, just be playing around the interface. Can just do more than, yes. Can just do more than. Okay, now let's see if we can spot another opportunity right here. Let's see what the market is doing. So what are we going to do? It's trying to trying to come and test some low and get to the upside again, because I'm expecting that price BTC has been on a very uptrend. So we use this our rule, this our line, right? Can track it right from here. You can see that it's still on an uptrend. It's still on an uptrend. It's still on an uptrend. So you try knowing the best opportunity for you to enter. Click on this play button also for you to know. Okay, you can see what it's doing. So right now, see what it's doing. See what it's doing. So you can see how it's playing around. So what's the most recent low that you're anticipating the price should at least get to also to continue with the bullish trend? You can see it's just giving us series of higher highs and higher lows, series of higher highs and higher lows. To show that this market BTC is still on an uptrend. So what's the most recent low also? So the most recent low at this point is this zone also. This one candle forming retracement is the most recent low at this point. So I'm anticipating that price should at least get there to continue to the upside. Price should get here, continue to the upside. This video seems to be getting long. Oh, okay. Let me get fast so it won't much time. So this is it. So I'm expecting the price to at least get here to continue to the upside again. So what am I going to do? I'm still going to use my long position, long position. So this is the zone. So what am I going to do? Let me place safer on this trade. My stop loss has to be below this, right? My stop loss will be below this, and I'll just track and know how it will be. Just 1:2, make it 1:2. 1:206 is okay. This 1:2, this 1:2. Let me see what is 1:2. Just risking one to get two. Oh, okay, you can see this one. Let me use this. You can see this place you are seeing risk. I'm risking 36 pips to get 75 pips. 1:2. So it's up to 1:2. So it's a very good way to go. So I'll just delete this arrow just for you to understand what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see if this candle actually test that zone and continues to the upside, or if it's going to hit us out. Right. So let me just play it. Let me play it. Let me play it. Okay. So this candle has already triggered us in. If there is a buy limit that was set, remember that this candle has triggered me in. So I'm not in on the trade. What I'll do is just to shift it, right? Remember, is this 15 minutes I entered? I anticipated that price should at least come test that zone and continue the upside. So let's see if it's going to play around by. Okay, see what he's doing. See what he's doing. You can see, and remember the zone is respecting. Remember why I say these zones. That sometimes that if we want to place our stop loss, remember the zone. See the zone is respecting right here. It's respecting these 2 hours. That's why it seems to be testing, melting in with the week and continuing to do, trying to continue to the upside. It can still actually hit us out, but let's see if it's going to continue to the upside, because the type of candles I'm seeing here is not, it's not very nice to me. So anything can still happen, but still see what happened. It hit our TP. You can remember. That's why sometimes it's very nice to just place it at a very realistic point. Before this thing, or it has already hitting our TP, we are already on profit. That's why sometimes do your thing and just place that TP and Excel. If I'm trying to, like, as I'm trying to do this and I'm risking trying to get up to 1:3, this is very huge. This is very huge. This 75 piece is very huge. That if I risk 1:0.5, I'm getting very nice return, right? Because this one is 2, right? And you can see it in this particular one did hit us out. And you can see that candle was just played out, just play around. You can see this particular 2 hours that I plot out them. That's the point that prices was trying to melt. This is the point that prices are trying to, like, play around. Let me use this arrow. The two I'm looking for, I didn't see it, so I'm using this arrow. You can see that this particular 2 hours that I placed them is the point that price has been playing around. Can see, can see, can see before this particular candle took it out. After taking it out, candles, a very strong hammer candle played out here. You can see this particular one. This thing is news. So this before the news occurred, so this thing might be news. So as it occurred, it first hit our TP before trying to drop. So this particular one, we are in profit on this. So that's it. That's that. So I hope with this brief video, you can actually know how to navigate the interface of this go charting. Okay? You can just play around with it. These are, if you want to check and know where the tools are, you can just use here, know the lines. Okay, these are the lines, these are the lines, these are the lines, these are the lines. Okay, see the part key I'm looking for, but I didn't see it. Okay, these are the lines. So that's that. Okay. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. So see more amazing tips on the Forex market and how the financial market is going. Do have a great day. Thank you.